Good afternoon. This is my Unit 2 vlog, and of course, as we all know, the two questions posed to us. The first is, why was there such a disconnect between the academic side of development and using radio technology, and then the athletic side of development? And the reason that I think that it was such a disconnect was because educational administrators had yet to correlate or make a direct correlation between academics and athletics. In our text, it was said that athletics was an integral part of education, but in reality, in their minds, and there being the educational administrators, um, athletics was were kind of a separate entity from education. Um, and I'm not sure if look down is the appropriate language to use, but it was kind of like, okay, we're an educational facility, and athletics, though it bears our name as far as the school is concerned, is kind of over there. So we don't want to spend a lot of time and energy into promoting that. We're going to stay on our side and promote the educational objectives of our university. So I think that that was the main reason for the disconnect. I would also go as far as to say they may have not recognized potentially how promoting athletics could have also promoted the university itself. I think about today when you're watching a sports broadcast, how, during commercial breaks, a lot of educational features of that particular university for the teams who are playing during that particular broadcast are highlighted, and advertised um, during commercial breaks. And going back to those days, they may not have been able to see the potential in that. So again, that's why I think there was a disconnect. In terms of Notre Dame, the question posed, paraphrasing, um, how or why was Notre Dame so forward thinking when it came to radio technology? I believe from reading that it started with a sincere desire uh, for the idea of Catholic ideals to be promoted. It's a sincere desire for that to be the case, and not a want for financial gain or for money. Um, Now, just before they did start to allow radio rights and television rights to be sold and make a financial gain of it, Newt Rockne and other officials of Notre Dame were advised to not jump off into selling their rights as other schools were. And one particular journalist advised a vice president of Notre Dame. He said, if you're going to do it, don't do it now. Wait until later. And the second I read that, I thought about someone who has a valuable real estate holding, and the word patience is what I thought about. So a lot of times when you have a valuable real estate holding, of course, in a favorable market, you can sell now or you can sell later. And the advice that the Notre Dame vice president received was to, if you're going to sell, now is not the time. You can make an an even more lucrative deal if you continue to participate in what was called sustained broadcasting, where your games are broadcasted, but the radio station and the university are not making a profit. And of course, as we know, it built up a huge following for Notre Dame because without an exclusive deal in place, they just let anybody broadcast their games. Their games were reaching a wide audience, so that when they did finally decide to broadcast the games, the audience was so huge, they were able to receive and engage in a very lucrative deal. As far as the staff of Notre Dame accepting the commercialization and the forward movement into radio and television, I think that they were brought on board by way of convincing them that, hey, these television deals and these radio deals will bring in revenue, but the revenue and the publicity at the end of the day will be great for the educational or the promoting of educational objectives and Catholic ideals of the university. So I believe that that's how they were brought on board. Thanks for your time.